रुक जा काउंट. Hello, namaste, welcome everyone. Almost after a year, we are doing this. काफी टाइम हो गया यार, बहुत मिस किया है मैंने ये. आज काफी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स डिस्कस करेंगे हम. स्टार्टिंग विथ none other than the clash of the clashes. European giants. Liverpool versus Real Madrid. What a beautiful match. What a beautiful match. मतलब after going 2-0 up, only Liverpool can do this and go 5-2 down.
First
Win a
time,
European night.
first time ever in the history of
And
the
only in
European night.
Anfield.
नहीं,
So
मजा आया कल का मैच
tonight,
देख के.
tonight we have Pratyush, our regular. हम regular नहीं है, but our regular. Jay, who is a Barcelona fan, still bantering, Liverpool, not Real Madrid. Jay, how do you feel? You know, seeing your rivals beat one of the biggest clubs in Europe.
There is no doubt when it comes to European nights that Real Madrid is a supremacy above all. Real Madrid is something else in Champions League nights. You have to accept it. As a Barcelona fan, as a football fan, you have to accept it. And watching what Real Madrid did, that only Real Madrid can do at Anfield, especially.
Correct. कोई मतलब it was like देख अगर technicality पे जाएंगे it was not one of the best
Yeah.
technical matches, tactical matches. It was not. It was full of errors all over the pitch. But matches वैसे ही मजे आते हैं.
ये
Manchester United versus
clarification लगा
Barcelona भी
था.
वैसा ही था.
After the match of Manchester United and Barcelona, welcome Paritosh bhai. He is one of the members of Manchester United Supporters Club Ahmedabad and a regular guest over here. Welcome. So हम बात कर रहे हैं रियल मैड्रिड और लिवरपूल की. So yes, welcome everyone. Good to see you all. Really excited to see you all.
Welcome.
Yep.
Everyone.
So talking about Liverpool. So after the match of Manchester United and Barcelona, ये इल्जाम लगाया गया था, rather प्ले डाउन करने की कोशिश करी गई थी कि ये क्वालिटी मैच नहीं था. दोनों साइड वेर टू मच लीकी. मतलब डिफेंस अच्छा नहीं था, मिडफील्ड में ओवर रन था, क्वालिटी ऑफ द मैच इतना अच्छा नहीं था. अब ये यूरोपा लीग क्वालिटी के लायक ही था, नॉट अ चैंपियंस लीग नाइट, जो गलती से कुछ कुछ पंडित बोल रहे थे अपने प्री मैच शोज में. आफ्टर वॉचिंग यस्टरडेज मैच, क्या लगता है? मतलब आई थिंक कल का मैच क्वालिटी के हिसाब से तो आधा भी नहीं था जितना यूनाइटेड बार्सिलोना था.
I think United and Barcelona's game was the game of this season, I guess. Not being biased because I'm a
I agree.
Barcelona supporter and my team is playing. But
No, I
yesterday's
think
match was not great up to the part that Champions League feeling was not there.
see अगर इसको ऐसे देखो ना आप कि मैच में जो एरर्स थे, मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड बार्सिलोना मैचेस की जिस बारे में बात की गई थी कि वो एरर्स थे, तो चैंपियंस लीग के मैचेस में भी एरर आ रहे हैं. या तो फिर इसी तरह के मैचेस होते हैं जिसमें अगर इफ यू वांट टू एंगेज विद फैंस, इफ यू वांट टू हैव एन एक्साइटिंग मैच, तो आपको ऐसे ही मैच दिखेंगे जहाँ पे एरर्स रहेंगे. इफ इट इज नॉट एरर प्रोन, इफ देयर इज नोबडी मेकिंग एनी मिस्टेक्स, देन फिर तो भाई वो मैच तो बोरिंग हो जाता है. गो एंड वॉच बायर्न वर्सेस पीएसजी. That was one of the heck of a boring match. So
I
until
think,
unless there are, हाँ परितोष भाई.
yeah, Madrid Liverpool match was fun for a neutral for sure. Simply because, as you mentioned, a lot of errors. And when there are errors, especially with pressing, which was on show yesterday, you can see what happens. It's an open game, and the 3 passes and you are on goal. So I guess for a neutral, Liverpool Madrid was an amazing match. Even I would say Barcelona Manchester United was also an amazing match for a neutral. I don't think there were enough tactical errors. They were basically you could say that Barcelona, Manchester United was basically a tactical battle between both managers and how they were trying to beat one another. First, what Xavi did with making sure that they isolated our fullbacks and got the ball wide, which was helping Barcelona. And then Van Gaal then shifted his team, put Rashford up front, got Weghorst back as a number 10 to support the midfield, to get the ball, to make sure the ball stuck in midfield. I think that was more of a tactical battle. Kal ka match jo tha Madrid Liverpool, it was fun for sure, but because it was there were a lot of errors. It was not fun because of tactical managers did. It was because players were making basic errors in when it came to playing.
नो करेक्ट करेक्ट बट अगर आप कल का मैच आप एनालाइज करने जाओ ना तो इंडिविजुअल एरर्स बहुत थे यूनाइटेड वर्सेस बारसा में इट वाजंट अबाउट इंडिविजुअल एरर वो टैक्टिकली कैंसिल आउट हो जा रहा था किसी मोमेंट पे बारसा वाज टैक्टिकली बेटर एट सम मोमेंट्स यूनाइटेड वे टैक्टिकली बेटर एंड मोमेंट्स का गेम था वो दैट वाज अ गेम ऑफ मोमेंट्स मोमेंट में बारसा वे गुड अलोंसो स्कोरिंग दैट हेडर दैट वाज जस्ट अ मोमेंट फिर अगेन रैशफोर्ड वाला आउट ऑफ नोवेयर रैशफोर्ड का वो गोल आता है दैट वाज आल्सो अ मोमेंट बिकॉज़ टर स्टेगन हैज बीन ब्रिलियंट दिस सीजन इन ला लीगा अपने यू नो कहते हैं क्लोज पोस्ट पे इतना इजी नहीं होता किसी भी टॉप लेवल गोलकीपर को बीट करना सो दैट वाज अ गेम ऑफ मोमेंट्स कल इट वाज गेम ऑफ इंडिविजुअल मिस्टेक्स between Liverpool and Real Madrid individual Courtois' mistake and then Alisson's mistake. So it was just about mistakes all over the pitch.
I would like to have a special mention for Modric though. Playing like that at 36 is crazy. Like unreal performance.
38. He is going to turn 38.
Ran through everyone. Yeah, 38. I ran through everyone literally.
He's just growing younger with the age.
Yeah.
I think it helps ki how Real Madrid has put in Tchouaméni over there, and then you have got who was playing another one. I'm not remembering the name. Camavinga. So what they have done is they know the quality that Modric had, and they have basically put in two youngsters who can do that running and that kind of dirty work for him, so that he can do his part of the job. The way he runs that midfield, I haven't seen many people do that. If really you want to remember last, I remember Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets. That was the last time, if you remember how to run a midfield. Before that, it was Zidane. He used to do the same. He was just a master over there. So I think there are not many people in the world who can step up and say that Modric is not a world class. He is one of the legendary midfielders. Abhi nahi lag raha hai when he will retire, everybody will accept it.
Let's go through few comments quickly. Tilak says Xavi agar Alonso ko start karta. We'll come to this. We'll talk about the lineups. We'll talk about the importance of this match and this week for Manchester United and Barcelona. Alonso was a special case. And there is a surprise from Jay for Alonso. We'll see later. Away goals. I mean, what a season to not have away goals. United Barcelona 2-2. Then we have a 2-5. 5 away goals. कोई मैच ही नहीं बचता थोड़ा सा भी चांस नहीं बचता वहां पर that Liverpool will score 5 goals.
अगर अवे गोल होता तो फिर कल का टाई खत्म था
हाँ अगर 2
I think अभी भी खत्म ही है I don't see any chance that Liverpool overturn कर देगा with a deficit of 3 goals at away match Santiago Bernabeu. I don't think that Liverpool can overturn this. बार्सिलोना जैसे हर क्लब नहीं होते कि इतनी लीड गवा दे है ना जय
और मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड के जैसे 6 साल के ट्रॉफी भी ना हम नहीं सहन कर सकते
हाँ 6 लीवर लग जाते तुम्हारे
हाँ ठीक है लेकिन बेच तो नहीं देते अपने क्लब को दूसरे ओनर को रखते तो हमारे पास है थोड़ा थोड़ा
स्पॉटिफाई हाँ
but still you remember as a Camp Nou.
हाँ नहीं, स्पॉटिफाई कैंप ना कितने साल हो गए, अभी भी कैंप न्यू क्यों बुलाते हैं, पुराना हो गया अब तो।
नहीं यार, हम रोज न्यू ही देखते हैं। अब प्लेयर्स भी देख रहे हो 17-18 साल के हैं।
ओके, सिद्धार्थ इज मिसिंग मुदित। मुदित भाई अभी आएंगे वेरी सून, विल ही बी बैक ऑन द शो। आज अवेलेबल नहीं है वो। तिलक इज सेइंग इस टॉपिक से अलग क्वेश्चन है, वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल के टाइम क्या हाल आप लोग का, तो एम्बुलेंस के स्टैंड बाय पे रखा था।
वर्ल्ड कप
आई
फाइनल
न्यूट्रल,
बढ़िया, न्यूट्रल था एकदम,
आई डिडंट केयर।
really didn't care. But I think
ओके,
Mbappe was brilliant in the final.
I
अमेजिंग,
think the best World Cup final
अमेजिंग,
in like I don't know this
यस,
century. I think I don't think I've seen a better World Cup final.
I
Unreal.
agree.
Like,
Everything. It
not
had
the
everything. It
best
had
match,
penalties. It
not a
had
World Cup final,
amazing saves.
but
Yeah,
best match.
Must match.
unreal.
let's quickly talk about the importance of this match and this week for Manchester United, then we'll come to Barcelona. Barcelona beating Barcelona doesn't matter कि कौन सा ग्रुप मैच है क्या है, Barcelona is one of the top 3 clubs in the world including Real Madrid and Manchester United. फैन बेसिस के टर्म्स में, कमर्शियल टर्म्स में, किसी भी टर्म्स में आप ले लो, इट्स वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट क्लब। सो बीटिंग दैट क्लब जिनके ऊपर हमारा प्रीवियस रिकॉर्ड अच्छा नहीं रहा है, couple of UCL finals, which really haunts United fans. तो आई डोंट थिंक इट्स अबाउट कि मेरे को यूरोपा में नेक्स्ट राउंड में जाना है, इट्स अबाउट कि मेरे को बार्सिलोना को हराना है। आई थिंक दैट्स द एम फॉर दिस गेम, बिकॉज ये इतना पुश देगा कि आप नेक्स्ट न्यूकासल में जाओगे, फाइनल में जाओगे तो वो भी पुश रहेगा कि एक आप स्प्रिंग अप करके आए हो, एकदम एनर्जी से आए हो। अगर आज हारते हो, कल हारते हो, और मान लीजिए 120 मिनट पे हारते हो इंस्टेड ऑफ 90, तो ड्रेन होगा, प्लस वो मोटिवेशन भी खराब होगा कि एक बड़ा मैच हार के जा रहे हैं वो भी 2 दिन बाद। तो आई थिंक गिवन दीज फैक्टर्स, आई थिंक विनिंग बार्सिलोना मैच इज प्रीटी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यूनाइटेड। वो आई थिंक न्यूकासल मैच भी निकाल लेगा, ऑल्दो इट्स अ ट्रॉफी, बट which occasion is bigger, a Barcelona match or a trophy?
I think for right now for us, I think trophy is more important. Trophy is more important for us. पीछे 6 साल से हम ट्रॉफी नहीं जीत रहे हैं, and that is not the only thing. The biggest thing is that league में we have to finish strong. We are not going to be league contenders. हम तो कभी थे भी नहीं, at the start of the season भी नहीं थे, आज भी नहीं है। ठीक है, लीग पोजीशन से दिखता है कि 5 पॉइंट का डिफरेंस है, बट एक गेम हाथ में है उनके, आर्सेनल का, and so I don't think we are going to be the one who will be challenging for the title this season at least. बट आई थिंक ये जो ट्रॉफी आता है ना, दैट पुशेस यू फॉर दैट एक्स्ट्रा माइल, क्योंकि जिस तरह से हम लोग 4 ट्रॉफीज में अभी जिंदा है, एंड से वी डोंट विन द नेक्स्ट वन, बाकी 3 ट्रॉफीज में कोई गारंटी नहीं है। दिस इज द ओनली वन जहाँ पे हमारा चांसेस सबसे ज्यादा है, 50-50 है, 2 टीम बची है, आइदर वी विन और न्यूकासल विंस, दैट्स इट। बाकी सब में अभी बहुत लंबा जर्नी कवर करना है। यू डोंट गेट कैरिड अवे राइट नाउ कि हाँ ये ट्रॉफी हमारे पास आ जाएगा या वो हम जीत सकते हैं। This is the best odds we have this season to win a trophy.
Yeah, I agree. Ideally, if you ask me to choose between winning at Barcelona and winning versus Newcastle, I would obviously choose Newcastle as well. You need a trophy. Uh, I think the most important part though here is why do you want to win Barcelona is the reason behind that is to show the world that we are back. That's why Barcelona is important because they are the league leaders. ये अपने को लेट्स से अक्टूबर में किसी ने बोला होता कि वी वुड बी इन अ कप फाइनल एंड वी वुड बी ऑन पार विद बार्सिलोना इन अ नॉकआउट टाई गोइंग इनटू द सेकंड राउंड at Old Trafford, nobody would have believed us. They would have laughed at us because we were not good at that point of time. And now we are. We are competing with the best. We went to Camp Nou and we came out disappointed. That was a big thing for us. We like as I said, like 6 months ago, that was not the case. But now the case is that we are at home. We are playing the one of the best teams in the world, the league leaders in their league, at our home, which is our fortress, where we have not lost since I think Brentford. So what we need is, I would love a victory, and even if we don't, it's fine. But we, I think what Ten Hag wants, and I think what the team wants, is to go out there and show everyone that we are back and that we can compete with the best and be the best. ऑब्वियसली न्यू कासल तो वो हाइंडसाइट में रहने ही वाला है एंड आई थिंक वो अपने को टीम में दिखेगा भी सही बट गिवन what we have seen from Ten Hag in of months, especially January में जब we had a crazy fixture congestion and we still played our first team. So I guess that's going to be, we are going to go all out tomorrow and we are going to go all out again on Sunday. I think that's what it's going to be.
One thing I've seen with Manchester United is that Eric Ten Hag ने हर कप मैच बहुत सीरियसली लिया है. There are very strong lineups where he could have rotated, but वो नहीं किया है. Again,
Even the semi-final.
after the cup match, after the cup match, I think West Ham is the match in FA Cup. I don't think उधर भी weak lineup जाएगा या we'll see 7, 8, 9, 10 players being rotated.
No, I think I don't think that's how Ten Hag works. He has a starting 11. वो कुछ players को rotate करता है, but majority of them remains. That's how he used to play at Ajax as well. उनका एक team fix था, उनका एक playing style fix था, and they used to rotate. I think कोई भी ऐसा manager नहीं apart from Pep. If you remove Pep, कोई भी ऐसा मैनेजर नहीं जो बहुत ज्यादा रोटेशन करता है अपने क्लब अपने टीम में, especially if they are winning. You look at Klopp, you look at what Arteta is doing at Arsenal right now. You look at what Erik ten Hag is doing with us. Sir Alex Ferguson used to do that same in his days. बहुत ज्यादा tinkering और changes नहीं होते थे. There used to be a couple of changes every now and then to keep the things afresh. That's it. तो squad depth का भी वहाँ पे मैटर आ जाता है. You look at what Zidane used to do, basically same 11 day in day out. So I don't think कि बहुत ही जो teams रहते हैं that they are winning, momentum में रहते हैं, they don't tinker with their starting lineup, they don't tinker with their formations, they don't tinker with anything until unless मतलब एक कहावत है ना, if nothing is broken, don't change it.
On that note, I want to welcome Avishkar on the show. आज दो debuts है guys, Jay and Avishkar. So both of them on the camera for the first time. Jay is a Barcelona fan, Avishkar is a Manchester United fan. T-shirt पहन के बैठे, very visible. Avishkar, so we have talked about Liverpool versus Real Madrid. We are talking about the importance of this match. Before I come to you, Avishkar, I want to know the thoughts of Jay. क्या आपने सोचा था सीजन स्टार्ट होने से पहले कि आप इतना लीड करोगे लीग में?
नहीं, मैंने सोचा था कि हम लिवरपूल को रियल मैड्रिड को कंपटीशन देंगे. रियल मैड्रिड को हम कंपटीशन देंगे एंड इट वुड बी हेल्दी फाइट. शायद 1-2 पॉइंट्स हम जीत भी सकते हैं. इन वाइल्डेस्ट ड्रीम्स 1-2 पॉइंट से शायद जीत लेंगे. लेकिन कोई मुझे कहता है कि मैं आधे सीजन में मैं मतलब कितना 8 पॉइंट्स, वी आर अहेड 8 पॉइंट्स. And after all this history, I don't know if we are going to bottle this, being Barcelona. But we don't bottle leagues. We bottle European nights. We don't bottle leagues.
I think 8 point is a very good difference, I would say.
Yeah.
Very hard.
And
यार 8 पॉइंट तो आर्सेनल का भी डिफरेंस है यूनाइटेड से. I don't think we are out of the title race at all.
No, I don't think we are in the title race. I completely agree with what Pratyush said. We are not in the title race.
We are not in the title race.
The only time I will believe that we are in the title race is if it's April 15th and we are 3 points. Only then. And I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen because we are in multiple cups. So there's bound to be a drop off. But yeah, as they were saying, I think 8 points is a very huge gap. And I think basically what I would say is Madrid की मैच जो थी आपकी, that win is a huge plus point for you guys. You have already bagged 3 points versus them. So if you get a positive result or even if you get a result versus them in the return fixture, that's more than good enough for you to win and
नहीं नहीं,
have the title at
वो
your end.
जो रियल मैड्रिड के सामने हमने विक्ट्री हुई थी वो सुपर कोपा दे एस्पानिया में हुई थी। हम लीग में 3-1 से हारे थे।
या अब
सुपर
वो
लीग तो
आई
एस्पानिया
थिंक
में
अभी
हुई थी।
बचा हुआ है ना, एल क्लासिको बचा
हाँ,
हुआ है आपका,
हाँ, एक लेग बचा हुआ है, एक हो गया है, एक
रिवर्स लेग
फिक्सचर
इज,
हो गया है।
या आई थिंक
Okay.
मेरा रीजन क्या है व्हाई वी आर नॉट इन द टाइटल रेस, वी कुड हैव बीन अगर वो पहला 2 गेम हमने जीता होता। द फर्स्ट 2 games that we lost to Brighton and Brentford,
Brentford.
that is costing us to not to be in the title race right now.
Guys,
My
I want to
reason
make a
is
But
simple.
that
statement. I, I want to make a statement. Tell me if you agree in it or not. Do you guys think that this Barcelona versus Manchester United is second leg is now fixture that Manchester United can bottle? Because we are not the favorites now. It's now your game to lose, I think,
We can.
considering
We
all
can.
the injuries and everything.
Anybody can bottle any game at any point of time. वो तो issue ही
So,
नहीं है.
but I think you are the
Unless
favorites.
you are PSG, you would bottle everything.
No, we can actually. I don't see why not. Because
Not
if say
bottling, but I am saying, are you guys the favorites now to win this?
no, we are not. It is Barcelona. You have to give the respect to Barcelona. If it was Real Madrid out of
um,
form, still you have to give respect to Real Madrid in the match.
Considering the injuries, and you have the
I
injury
think
boost.
3-1. We win 3-1
See,
the first leg. We are favorites. We are not with
yeah,
2-2, and
not with
especially
2-2.
without the away
Still
goals.
not.
It's an open
See,
game. It's basically 0-0 now.
I will tell you, Jay, in Europe, the big teams, you cannot take them lightly. Doesn't matter कितना भी उनके इंजरी रहे. Let's go back. We were one of the worst teams under Ole. According to me, I have never rated United under Ole.
नहीं
Never.
प्रत्युष भाई, वो तो मेरे को भी पता है, हमने रोमा के सामने बॉटल किया। We aren't
But
going to take lightly Manchester United especially.
no. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is कि PSG were going in as favorites, but we had so many injury on that night at PSG when we were going up to Paris. Still, we've come out winning. सो यूरोपियन जो बड़े टीम्स होते हैं ना, उनकी यूरोपियन पेडिग्री होती है, दैट मैटर्स। बार्सिलोना का यूरोपियन पेडिग्री है, सो आई एम नेवर गोइंग टू डिस्काउंट जस्ट
No,
say कि
I'm not saying that
I think it's an
you
open game.
downplay.
It's an open game.
it's an open
Anybody's
game,
game.
absolutely open
Anybody's
game,
game.
anybody's game.
Yeah.
Because
Anybody's game.
if biscuits was not there, if biscuits was not coming in, then I think slightly in our favor. But with biscuits coming in and Frankie De Jong over there, I
Yeah,
think
Frankie de Jong
still,
back to Old Trafford now again after imaginary thoughts.
nah, I don't see it. I will rather take Sabitzer right now. Sabitzer is playing good for us. He hasn't played with Casemiro yet.
He's been fan-
Still, his impact has
he's
been
been
very, very good.
fantastic for us.
He's been
And
fantastic.
playing
And
Gaurav,
Weghorst
thank you so
start.
much. We are really good. I hope you are good as well. Avishkar, I want to know your thoughts. क्या लगता है? Are United favorites for this game?
For sure. Thank you for having me on this show. And for sure, United is the favorite for this second leg now. Because if I talk about the injuries, if I talk about the unavailability of the star players, the Barca would have hoped for this big match. Fortunately or unfortunately, they are missing. Talk about Navi, talk about Pedri. We wanted definitely wanted them to play this second leg because we all want a competitive game. We do not want Barca fans to feel like they have already lost the game before it even started. We don't want to feel like that we already have won the game, and if we lose it, it's just like we bottled it up. No, it's not that case. Personally, what I feel is we have. I'm not talking about. I won't say about just about United. Barca as well. We have seen last 3-4 years not too good, being very big names in world football. The last 3-4 years have been very struggling for us, both the clubs, and it's really good to see new managers, Xavi and Eric here at United. They are developing something. They are having a mix of players, young and the experienced ones. So maybe I personally wanted both the teams to be with the full strength, but unfortunately, that's not the case. But let's see. I feel that Busquets is still something, I mean, very big to offer in this when we talk about big stages, the big players come into picture, and Busquets is for sure in that bracket. So I'm expecting nothing more than a cracker of a game again, just like we had last week. And let's see if we get some. The only thing that United is lacking right now is a proper striker to buddy up with Rashford. That's what is missing right now. I don't think the new signing that we did in the winter transfer window, the Netherlands striker, I don't remember the name.
Wout Weghorst.
I don't think
But
he has
Weghorst.
that touches, so that is missing. And of
I
course,
think
yeah,
no, go on.
yeah, I think the Sabitzer is a very good addition. I would have definitely chosen Sabitzer over Frankie De Jong, considering the physicality and the mentality that he brings to the 11. I think last year as well, I always wanted Casemiro to be in the United, be it Frankie De Jong, be it any midfielder in the world. The day the talk started with Casemiro, he was the guy that was actually the missing in the 11 that we have today. So I think that one player has covered a lot in our midfield, and I think we have for about 2 to 3 years more with him, and let's see what more he can offer to us.
I think अभी एक चीज में मैं डिसएग्री करूंगा. मैं डिसएग्री करूंगा कि वाउट वेगॉस हैज नॉट बीन गुड फॉर अस. मेरे हिसाब से वाउट वेगॉस जो चीज हमको दे रहा है ना ऑन द फील्ड, दैट इज ऑफ द बॉल. उसका जो भी रहता है, उसका प्रोडक्शन रहता है, वो ऑफ द बॉल रहता है. जैसे अगेंस्ट व्हाट वी से लास्ट मैच अपना था अगेंस्ट लेस्टर, जो उसका मूवमेंट था अवे फ्रॉम द गोल, जो कि 2 डिफेंडर्स को अपने साथ लेके चला गया. उसका एंड प्रोडक्ट नहीं आ रहा है, वो 2 डिफेंडर को अपने साथ लेके चला गया और पूरा बीच को ओपन कर दिया था फॉर द पास टू सैंचो. तो उसका कंट्रीब्यूशन ही डिफरेंट आ रहा है. ऑफ द बॉल उसका जो मूवमेंट है दैट इज वेरी वेरी गुड. तो आई थिंक वाउट हैज बीन गुड फॉर अस. मेरे हिसाब से
I think
जो फर्मिनो करता था फॉर लिवरपूल, फर्मिनो
Firmino again, he was a clinical finisher. I mean,
Yeah, no,
he
I
was
think there is a difference in the एक प्लेयर के लेवल में ही डिफरेंस है भाई. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट वॉट वेगॉस्ट इज जस्ट एज गुड एज फर्मिनो. फर्मिनो को जब मौका मिला था ही यूज्ड टू स्कोर, दैट इज द ओनली डिफरेंस. आई एम सेइंग ऑफ द बॉल जो फर्मिनो करता था दैट इज व्हाट वॉट इज डूइंग फॉर अस. ऑन द बॉल जो फर्मिनो करता था दैट इज नॉट, आई डोंट थिंक वॉट इज कैपेबल ऑफ डूइंग दैट.
yeah.
I think Wout का जो प्रोफाइल है, how Ten Hag uses him, I think is very is helping us, is helping Rashford, is helping Sancho, is helping Bruno. Basically, जैसे प्रत्युष ने बोला, he's occupying the last line of defense.
Correct.
When he's occupying that last line,
I think-
it is easier for everyone around him to make those runs.
Basically,
Obviously, we want him to
brings up
score. Everybody wants him to
players.
score.
Yeah.
जो I think Gary Neville ने बोला था कि if Wout Weghorst had scored 3 or 4 goals so far, तो काफी बढ़िया साइनिंग लगती. Just
I think
because
the only
उसके number of
frustrating,
goals नहीं है.
yeah,
Yep.
the only frustrating
Yes,
thing
Paridhar.
with him is that he's missing very good chances. Like even Leicester के सामने किया था. He had a good header. He had a good 1v1. We don't expect him to score the ones Rashford does, right? But what we need from him is to score the ones where he's capable of. जो header था Leicester के सामने या जो 1-on-1 था, you expect any good enough striker to finish that, and that is what you want. So I think if he adds goals to it, it will be better for us. But it's just 1 month since he's been here, and he's doing everything else that we require, and he's one of the reasons why we are scoring so many goals. So I would say it is still a very good signing. Obviously, it can be better. I would give him a 6.5 out of 10 right now. He could be 7.5, and if he adds goals to it, we are getting. I am dead sure that if he adds goals to what he's currently doing, we can actually win more than one trophy. We can actually win a couple of trophies. But yeah, he needs to add those goals because he's playing in a. He will get chances.
and he needs to put them at the back of the net. We can't always rely on Rashford, because right now that's what we are doing, and it might come to haunt us later on. So I would hope that he adds the goals. I love him in the team, and he should start tomorrow as well. And I think he will start the final as well. Position Ten Hag knows, number 10 or number 9, depending on
Let's talk about
what
it.
he does. Yeah.
Let's go through the lineups. Predicted lineups.
Yeah, I think
It's very, very obvious
predicted lineup
now.
more or less
Lineup.
very solid here. Exactly.
Yep. So this is my lineup. This is how I want United to start. David De Gea, no questions over there. Luke Shaw left back because Lisandro Martinez, the butcher, is back.
Is back.
Along with Rafael Varane, क्योंकि Rafael Varane को rest दिया था and it's nailed on that he'll start. And I want Aaron Van Bissaka over Dalot to start.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
No
In
problem.
midfield,
No problem with that.
in midfield, I'm going with Casemiro and Sabitzer, with Bruno as a cam, Rashford from the left, Sancho right, and Weghorst starting up front. Because last जो लेस्टर के अगेंस्ट कैम खेला था वेगॉस ने, it didn't work out. जैसे ही रशफर्ड को लेफ्ट पे डाला, the game changed along with Sancho का introduction. I think Anthony is a shout, but I would still start with Sancho because Anthony 2-3 हफ्ते से games नहीं खेले हैं. तो being the first match back, I think as a substitute काफी impact substitute हो सकते हैं, but I would go with this lineup.
I think यहाँ पे
Yeah.
एक चीज रहेगा. I think जो हम खेल सकते हैं, Sancho can go down the left wing, Wout Weghorst can come out as a number 10. Yes,
ये
this one.
लाइनअप चूज किया है परितोष ने, ये इनका प्रेडिक्टेड लाइनअप है.
I also think like that क्योंकि Weghorst will be उसका physicality और उसका presence can affect Busquets at that, because he is going to the one player जो कि he will dictate the tempo of the game for Barcelona.
Exactly.
And Wout is very good at pressing, very good at pressing. So
And
he is not like underrated है in that sense. और उसका
No, I
presence
completely
ऐसा है वहाँ पे, he can actually disturb that tempo if Busquets is starting doing his stuff.
yeah,
I would
and
go with the idea of Meath keeping Rashford on left. The reason for that is I feel Shaw is a perfect fullback who supports Rashford from the left. I mean, he carries the ball from the back to the front, which itself creates lots of chances for the striker. I mean, if we have a 6 foot 6 inches striker in the middle, and Luke Shaw carrying the ball till the forward, and then putting some good balls in the middle, I think that should create a lot of chances for us.
yeah.
So
My sorry, Meet, continue.
yeah, let's start with one change that we have in the lineups apart from the formation is Dalot and Aaron Van Bissaka. Why you have chosen Dalot?
The most important reason for that is if Bruno is on the right, I am okay with Dalot in the team, because Bruno provides that defensive coverage that Dalot needs. And with Shaw one side and Dalot the other, we can stretch the wings. So we can push Barca back. One of the issues that was created at Camp Nou was this. And I think with Bruno over there, Dalot will get his help. Casemiro is also back, so he can also screen. So we can take a little bit more risk, and it's at home. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I want Dalot, because I want us to be on the front foot from the start. The other reason why I kept this kind of team is I want us to start with this, and then obviously if things don't pan out, the front four, which is Bruno, Weghorst, Sancho, and Rashford, all four can interchange. I mean, you could move Sancho to the right, Bruno to the middle, Rashford left, and Weghorst at top. So this is a more adaptable lineup depending on what Barca come up with against us. I want us to start this way so that we can actually start on the front foot with Dalot one and Shaw the other. I think we'll be able to control the ball more. Dalot can also play as a inside half, which he does a lot of times as well when Shaw is pushing forward. So I think this provides us more tactical flexibility moving into a big game, and especially since it's our home, I want us to be there, out there, and just take the game to Barcelona.
Jay, your take on this?
I think Vagos has been absolute beast. I don't know you have seen him as a striker, but Eric Ten Hag knows how to use them. He he is using 6'4" Vagos in midfield as a number 10. I think Eric Ten Hag knows how to play with their players and is
I
master.
think
And
that वो game पूरा change हो गया था when Eric Ten Hag made that change last time. Weghorst को striker से midfield में डाला तो
I
I
think
think he can hold the ball very well. He's good on the ball. ऐसा नहीं है कि हाँ मतलब वो पास नहीं कर सकता ऐसा कुछ दो तीन को मतलब बीच में से पास निकाल देगा लेकिन he can hold the ball. फिजिकलिटी है देखो
एक्चुअली उसका पासिंग काफी अच्छा लगा है मुझे इनफैक्ट
हाँ
ही इज स्लो बट काफी थ्रू बॉल्स निकाले सो लास्ट मैच लेस्टर के अगेंस्ट पुट अ थ्रू बॉल फॉर सैंचो एंड सैंचो वाज वन ऑन वन विद द कीपर लास्ट सेकंड टैकल but otherwise it could have been an easy assist for him.
He also assisted Garnacho versus Leeds.
Yep.
I think
using 6'4" Vagos in midfield वो एरिक
Well,
टेन हैग ही कर सकता है वही सोच सकता
Wout,
है
Wout is a very basic kind of a player. Very basic. He does his job, wins the ball, keeps the ball, sprays the ball, goes on with it. That's it. That's all he does.
if
एक
any
जो
other
बहुत
manager
प्यारा चीज
if any other manager rather than Eric Ten Hag would use Vagos for only one thing that is for target man
Yeah.
and Eric Ten Hag used I don't know how he gets the idea to use him in the midfield and it's working very good for you guys.
And it helps
I
Rashford a
think,
lot.
Weghorst is playing the role Fellaini did for us a couple of years ago.
Exactly. That's what I was
And,
about.
and now we have the quality around Weghorst to do the magic work. Basically, if he holds the ball up in the final third, you have Bruno that is asking for the ball. You have Rashford, you have Sancho that are running past him, past the last line of defense. So it opens up avenues for us. And I would say Weghorst is basically our disruptor. Um I mean, older fans would remember Alan Smith and Ferguson used to play him in the same role. He was a striker and he ended up as a defensive mid in a couple of
Correct.
years. So it's the same role. It's the disruptor role, basically running your ass off for the whole period of time you are on the pitch, making tackles, making yourself felt. And given that he's a striker, he knows how to use his body. So that also helps. And there's this thing with defenders as well. Now, if I am a defender, a 6'5", 6'4" attacker, if he is moving around me, I will try to mark him. So I will not let him go. He will always be in my vision. He will always be someone that I will have my eyes on. And that is where Wout is creating those issues because he's stretching the defense. He's pulling the defenders either in the midfield or to one side of the pitch, which is where Rashford is then running into, which is where the gaps come along, like the Sancho pass someone mentioned right now in the Leicester match, or even a lot of Rashford goals. If you look at a lot of Rashford goals, the main defender has always been attracted to Wout, and Rashford has just taken that far post run or a near post run and has scored. So
and
he's
Bruno
an important
feeding him all day long.
exactly, and then you have Bruno who is on one wing, and the right wing usage of Bruno by Ten Hag, I think, has been sensational because it has also given Bruno that vision that he only has to pass to one side of the field and not the both sides. And so now he's making better decisions as well. So it's easier for him to know where to go to. And then, as you know, he already has the quality outside of the boot, inside of the boot, everywhere. The guy's a genius with the ball on, especially when it comes to like glory passes. So I think Wout is a profile that Eric Ten Hag has used perfectly till now, and that has actually helped everyone around him, including Bruno, including Rashford. And one of the biggest reasons why
Including the
Rashford is
defense.
scoring so many goals. Yeah, exactly. Everything, everywhere.
लेस्टर मैच 0-0 आई थिंक 20-25 मिनट के आसपास वाउट ने टैकल किया था अराउंड डी फॉर नियर डेया अगर वो नहीं करता तो क्लियर शॉट आता एक कुड हैव बीन अ गोल और एटलीस्ट अ गुड अपॉर्चुनिटी तो वाउट वहां तक कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा था फ्रॉम मिडफील्ड playing as a cam. He was working till the D of us. तो वो एक अच्छी चीज कर रहा है
He was
defensively also.
basically
After 3-0, 92nd minute, I see him running back. All the players
he's a-
jogging, relaxed, thoda sa. He was running back.
he was basically defensive mid versus Barcelona. That last 5 to 7 minutes when Barca had a flurry of chances, he was basically our defensive mid, clearing everything in the air.
So that's about United's lineup. Jay, this is the lineup that you have chosen. But आपने एक और पिक्चर भेजा है मेरे को इसके साथ. पहले ये समझाइए ये क्या है?
ये बस प्यार मोहब्बत जावी स्पेन और अलोंसो. आई डोंट नो ये क्या है, पता नहीं है चेल्सी ने क्या इंक्लूड किया है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में कि अगर मार्कस अलोंसो ने क्या करवाया है पता नहीं है. वो लालिगा में मिनट्स नहीं मिले उसको जब हमारी टीम फुल्ली फिट है, और थी फर्स्ट लेग में हमारी टीम फिट थी. शायद 1-2 इंजरीज थे बुस्केट्स वगैरह. डिफेंस में वी वर फुल, सब प्लेयर थे अवेलेबल. I don't know why Marcus Alonso started.
He is the
I just-
greatest finisher the world never had. जिसने भी उसको प्रोफाइल किया है लेफ्ट बैक at 15, 13, 11, that guy should be hanged. Marcus Alonso's finishing is unreal in the box. Left foot, right foot, headers.
Yep.
चेल्सी के लिए कैसे गोल्स मारता था वो, पागल गोल्स मारता.
फ्री किक बहुत बढ़िया था.
नहीं, अब
kick,
सब
yeah.
He
सब
could
बोल
have been
रहे
the
हैं
next Robin van Persie.
अब उसको कादिस के सामने नहीं खिला रहे हो लालिगा में. यू हैव 8-point लीड एंड यू आर नॉट प्लेइंग हिम वर्सेस कादिस और मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड के सामने. इट्स नॉट
In
जस्टिफाइड.
front of Rashford.
Pablo
He
Escobar.
scored a goal though. That is why Xavi played him because he wanted a goal and he delivered.
हाँ, yeah,
He's your-
he also
He's
he
your
also
false
gifted a
striker.
goal at another side which Rashford scored at near post.
He's your modern sweeper. He will pop up in the opposition box and score goals, and he will also
Yeah.
sweep across your defense.
Yeah.
I think what Jay is trying to say is कि you can't play Harry Maguire because he scores a goal.
Harry Maguire doesn't score goals. That is the problem. He has a slab head and the ball just goes the other way. I think that's the gravitational issue with his head.
I think Ten Hag and Xavi should meet and make a contract that you both should start Alonso and Maguire in this leg. Then it would be a hell
Balance
of a
out करने के लिए. Yes,
Just
Jay.
to-
Please explain your lineup. Why you have chosen this lineup?
lineup. This is our best defense in league. We have only given 5 goals when this lineup has started. At defense, this 4: Balde, Christensen, Araujo, Kunde. Christensen, I don't know, is the signing of this season. He can play ball better than Busquets. This season he has played better than Busquets. He has great ball playing ability, and I think we have 2 C's in Barcelona. That is composure and creativity. We don't have pace. Dembele is injured. Composure and creativity. In this lineup, we have composure, but there is a lack of creativity in this. We will have Busquets and Frankie de Jong, everyone. Okay, that you can use the ball with Frankie de Jong and Busquets. But there will be no creativity in this. Pedri is missing. Gavi is suspended. So that's why I'm going with 4-3-3 with 2 wingers to give some creativity to it. And Ferran Torres versus Cadiz completed 8 dribbles in a match, which is the best state in La Liga.
Talking
Till
about
now,
Ferran
this
Torres,
season.
I mean, he is a very, very good player. I mean, when he was at City, I mean, he was a regular starter there. I'm not sure why he is not getting that much of chances at Barca. I'm not sure if the manager likes him or not, but he deserves more chances.
I
I'm
think
not
it's
sure
more
he's-
because of Gavi and
Yeah.
Pedri coming from La Masia, so they are getting more chances.
Also, I think
I think there is enough
Kroos-
space in this lineup. Yeah, Paritosh.
Yeah, I think with Busquets back, Barca have a very good chance, given that in the first game we pressed De Jong out of his role, and that is why we were beating them in the midfield, because De Jong was not able to do what he can do and what he is capable of doing. Busquets back, I think it will be a huge tactical standpoint for Ten Hag as well, because now you have a press-resistant DM who will do the carrying for De Jong at least, or at least attract the pass, the pressing. So it's gonna be interesting how we deal with these two. But yeah, tomorrow's game will be very fascinating, because if Busquets and De Jong both start, then you have the likes of Torres, who is a good dribbler, and then obviously Lewandowski up front, who is clinical, crazy clinical. It's gonna be an interesting game for sure.
I
Jay,
think Rafinha is in good form as well.
Jay, what about Roberto? Roberto, I haven't seen him play, so I don't know about him much.
रॉबर्टो फ्लेक्सिबल है, खेल सकता है, मतलब यू कांट एक्सपेक्ट एनीथिंग क्रेजी फ्रॉम हिम, खेल सकता है, चलेगा। मतलब अगर फोर जाते हैं मिडफील्ड में तो कैसिए, यू शुड इंक्लूड कैसिए इन इट, और फेरान टोरेस नहीं खेलेगा, तो
Then I
4-4-2
think
एंड फॉल्स
instead of,
विंगर भी बना सकते हो रॉबर्टो को, क्योंकि रॉबर्टो फ्लेक्सिबल है।
but I think if I talk about Xavi's thinking, if we are not going with the idea of Torres, then I think he would definitely include Ansu Fati instead of Kessie.
या आई कैन एग्री ऑन इट, और बाल्डे के जगह पे भी आल्बा आ जाए तो आई विल नॉट बी इन शॉक।
Yeah, Alba,
I
I
think-
think is a better choice right now, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपको experience चाहिए. At
Yeah,
this
I
because
think
of
level,
Alba
experience
is a
अगर,
better choice for United.
but we need pace in something like fullbacks, क्योंकि
I think-
लीचा, कैसेमीरो and Sabitzer, you have many physical players, Weghorst.
I think Torres will have to drop if Alba is playing. Torres
Yeah.
will have to cover and do his defender's duty, because otherwise
He will almost
it can
play
be-
as a false winger, like Gavi played.
Yeah, that is the only way out if Alaba is playing, because I don't see अगर Sancho भी right खेलता है, या even if by chance we say we start with Anthony, both have pace. Alba को they can just run past him.
मेरे को
I
खाली
think
कॉन्फिडेंस
Anthony
बार्सिलोना में
is-
डिफेंस लाइन में ही आ रहा है, वरना आई एम नॉट
Right.
कॉन्फिडेंट बिकॉज ऑफ मिडफील्ड।
Interesting. I would say, I think even there was a report that we sent like 8 analysts to Barcelona
Yeah.
for the last game. 8 Manchester United analysts were there, and Ten Hag was asked today as well, and he said that we have something planned, and you will get to know tomorrow. So it's very
And
interesting to see
he
what
had a
he's gonna do.
smirk on his face. And he had a smirk on his
Yeah,
face कि
exactly.
नहीं, कुछ तो करेंगे.
It can
Actually,
if you're trying something, it can go both ways, na? It can
yeah,
go both
for
ways.
sure. Also, when I sent the team meet, I was not aware that Anthony is available. If Anthony is available,
Yeah.
there is also possibility that Anthony might start right, and
I don't
you
see.
see you see Bruno as the center. That is a possibility. If I think we are looking to stretch that, maybe
But
that might happen.
my
But
question
yeah,
is,
it's
who would drop? If Anthony starts, who would drop?
I think Sancho.
Sancho
I think
for
Sancho
sure.
would drop. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sancho.
Sancho
I was also confused.
scored.
The फायदा जो फायदा है आपको ना, एंटनी के साथ जो सबसे बड़ा फायदा है आपका, वो है उसका डिफेंसिव वर्क रेट
And hold up play.
होल्ड अप प्ले भी अच्छा है उसका, डिफेंसिव वर्क रेट भी है, और जब जरूरत पड़ता है तो वो
Positioning.
लाइन को पुश बैक करने के लिए हेल्प
I
करता
love
है.
his positioning. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
लोगों को लगता है ना कि एंटनी आया है, 100 मिलियन पाउंड है, उसको 20 गोल का एक सीजन होना चाहिए, 12 असिस्ट का एक सीजन होना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं होता है. एंटनी इज अ गुड राइट विंगर, अच्छा राइट विंगर है. वो अभी एक तो वो सेटल हो रहा है आपको प्रीमियर लीग के साथ, उसके पेस के साथ. वो वहाँ पे जिस पेस के साथ यहाँ पे लीग खेला जाता है, दैट इज अ डिफरेंट पेस ऑल टुगेदर. दूसरा, उसके साथ एवरीबॉडी नोज कि अभी वो वन डायमेंशनल है. इट इज ऑल अबाउट हिज लेफ्ट फुट. राइट फुट में भी उसका प्रोडक्टिविटी नहीं आ रहा है, एंड यू नेवर नो बैकग्राउंड में काम चल रहा होगा. लोग हमेशा ये चीज भूल जाते हैं कि रोनाल्डो CR7 never used to score goals with his heads. अचानक से एक सीजन आया and he started scoring blinders with headers. तो you never know background में क्या work कर रहा है. Erik ten Hag knows each and every one of his players. और उसको सब के प्लेयर के बारे में पता है कि किसका क्या पॉजिटिव है, किसका क्या नेगेटिव है, कहाँ पे इम्प्रूवमेंट है, कहाँ पे आपको पुश करना है अपने प्लेयर्स को. तो ही नोज एवरी बटन, विच बटन टू पुश वेल. तो आई थिंक सबसे बड़ा फायदा वो आता है. एंटनी का सबसे बड़ा चीज जो किसी को नहीं दिखता है वो है उसका ट्रैकिंग बैक.
अरे बहुत बढ़िया है,
बहुत जबरदस्त है उसका डिफेंसिव वर्क रेट, बहुत जबरदस्त है उसका.
I think talking about work rate, Bruno Fernandes this season is underrated in terms of work rate.
उसका उसका गिवन है
In
भाई.
terms of everything.
Yeah,
In terms of everything, technically, लोग
expect that from him. उसका हमने देखा है. We know he does every time.
I think United is very
crazy
fortunate
on
नहीं
the
to have-
लेकिन उसको मैं as I am Barcelona fan, I'm no
Yeah.
Manchester United fan, लेकिन उसको बैंटर बहुत किया गया है last season I guess.
पूरा टीम ही
वो
बैंटर
तो
थी
है.
भाई last
नहीं, I
season.
mean he is giving a sensational season. वो चीज है जो लोगों को नोटिस नहीं होती है. एक वो है कि he does not have that goal output anymore. वो जो 15 गोल का आउटपुट हमारे लिए था, तो people are bantering him based on that and thinking that he's not good based on that. But overall उसकी गेम प्ले आप देखो तो he has been
बहुत ही बढ़िया.
top three players for us.
Yeah,
Amazing. And
I agree.
but if we talk
nights
about
like
output,
this, you need these guys.
24 goal और assist for the season. Great output. स्ट्राइकर्स नहीं करते हैं.
but-
काफी काफी पूरे क्लब्स नहीं कर पाए. 23 गोल लगे हैं किसी क्लब के तो पूरे सीजन में.
कर दिया तू अपना काम.
30 भी नहीं है. I think Liverpool
23,
Chelsea has 23, right? 23.
Chelsea is rated, yeah. So Anubhav is a Liverpool fan. So he's like कि एक अच्छा सीजन जा रहा है, हम लाइव आ गए. नहीं यार, ये खुशी तो लिवरपूल के 5-2 हारने की इसलिए आए हैं. With our front three moving across the line more and our fullbacks pushing up more as well. In a way, he's similar to Ronaldo and De Gea. In that they'll solve
I
problems
think
that
ऊपर वाली comment. You need to go
My
from
bad.
the three comments.
उसका continuation.
about, I think he's exceptional in pressing and movement of the ball. One really cannot fault him for anything really. It's just that we play more dynamically without him. I don't necessarily agree that we are more dynamic without him. क्योंकि वो अपना काम करता है जो फ्री करता है दूसरे लोगों को. इट रियली हेल्प्स इन स्पेशली इन द गोल मूवमेंट्स. मतलब जो सैंचो ने गोल मारा, सैंचो वाज फ्री बिकॉज वाउट वाज देयर. और वो उसके पहले मैच से हम देख रहे हैं कि उसकी मूवमेंट्स की वजह से प्लेयर अट्रैक्ट होते हैं और वो ओपन अप करते हैं दूसरे लोगों को. ये भी हमने देखा है कि कपल ऑफ टाइम्स ही इज बीन सब्ड आउट एंड वी हैव प्लेड वेल. बट उस मैचेस में ऐसा हुआ है कि आफ्टर ही सब्ड आउट दे आर पुटिंग इन क्रॉसेस.
I think
Which is his strength.
I think एक ये क्या बोलना चाह रहा है that with Wout on there और अगर उसको हम हटा के किसी और को ले आते तो हमारा वन टच पासेस अराउंड द डी थोड़ा सा बढ़ जाता है. हम वो इंटेंसिव पासेस, स्पीड ऑफ पासिंग एंड वन टच पास और फिर वो इंटेंसिव एक थ्रू बॉल एंड दैट वो गेम प्ले जो है ना, गेम प्ले चेंज हो जाता है हमारा. समथिंग लाइक व्हाट वी सी पेप साइड डू around the D, passing, and one player just moves or one pass through there. वो चीज हम करने की कोशिश करते हैं, अभी होता नहीं है.
Yeah. I think there are two different profiles. I mean, कभी कोई गेम में ऐसा होता है कि we need to attract the big men जो अब बैठ जाते हैं अपने सामने लो ब्लॉक लगा के with two big center halves and then two DMs. So you need someone like a Wout to help you out. If you are playing with a team which is tired, which is like after 60-65 minutes, they are tired now and you need fast transitions. That is when you bring on someone like Garnacho, you bring on someone like Sancho. So what I would personally say is Wout has been good. With him, without him, United play two different games, but that is it. That's our plan A and our plan B. So we have multiple plans with and without Wout, and I think everything works sequentially and symmetrically with each other. Basically, it's like a machine. Sometimes you need Wout, sometimes you don't, depending on the opposition, how they are playing, how they are moving. And for what I would say is basically Wout, for the money that we have got him, basically a loan, he has been sensational. Like if you look at it pound for pound for the amount of money we are paying, at the time we got him in January when we had a huge hole in our squad, now that has been filled. So I think overall Wout is a success. Obviously, we can upgrade from him, and we will upgrade from him. And having a better player who is more dynamic, who is a better finisher, will always help us. But what he has done till now has helped us. Basically, he has made us
I
better
think I
than what
think
we were,
I
let's
think
say, in
if
There,
December.
there was a rumor. There was a rumor or a news from one of the outlets. I don't remember the source, but they said that United will not make Wout as a permanent signing. I think he could be a great plan B or the second striker, given that Anthony
If he
Martial
scores
goes and
goals,
we are,
I think
yeah, if he
meet
scores goals.
meet 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 we are skipping a point here. Big point. Greenwood can be back next season.
Yes.
There is no point here. I don't want him back. He shouldn't be back, and
It
he
doesn't
won't be
matter.
back.
You want, you don't want. It's all about Eric Ten Hag.
We'll see.
It's all about Eric Ten Hag. If he wants, if he thinks that guy can, give us something, because if you look at right now for us, take Wout out of there, Weghorst out of that, who is who is there who can give you anything out in the front apart from Rashford?
If we talk about Greenwood, let's say hypothetically he gets back into the team.
Hmm.
I don't know what I'll get from him. I don't know how fit he is physically, mentally. How much time will he need to, get
I think
integrated?
from here,
I
from
cannot lose 6 months of a season,
no, no,
weighing that what
no.
will happen to him.
I'm not saying
I think,
I'm not saying that he should be our number nine. I'm saying we are going to get a number nine. I'm saying why we will not go for Wout as a permanent deal is keeping in mind that Greenwood can come back next season. अभी से छह
but
महीना
what
है next
Wout
season.
offers is different from what Greenwood offers.
I
Yeah,
See,
think
I
Green
think
Greenwood
would
those
be
are
able
different
to.
profiles.
is the
I
Greenwood
proper
think. I think.
striker. I mean, it's the
Greenwood is
perfect
a proper
striker,
striker.
just
हाँ
like the
जय
Van Persie that we had.
जय.
I think Green would be helpful to you guys to assault other team players. 'Cause all he can do is assault others.
Hmm.
I
I
think, look, just imagine the atmosphere and the chant, everywhere you go.
I know I
Leeds
know.
fans are like on our backs.
It's going to
This
be
time as well.
divisive for sure. It is.
It's going
Yep,
to be,
yep.
yeah,
I think
division is going to be there.
Yeah, I think
So
we can only
keeping,
talk about it once United decide. There's
yep.
no point in discussing something
Hmm.
that we are not aware of. They are doing an
Hmm.
internal investigation, and our club is very famous for having morals, which is good because in this world there are not a lot of clubs who have morals anymore. So whatever they decide is true. If Ten Hag and the club decides they want him, then we can think on that way. But if till then, there's no point in discussing a player that we are not sure
But
is going to be here
but
or not.
but
I'll come back on this. I'll come back on this point, Paritosh, in a few minutes. Before that, I want to know your score predictions for tomorrow.
that's a
I
tough
think
one.
we can start with Jay.
Yeah, Jay, Barcelona fan.
You are muted.
You're
I
on
Jay.
think.
mute.
I think I see this game going into extra time.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
What after that?
3-2
And then you're
Barcelona.
talking, then thinking about the penalty shootout or the extra
No, no,
time.
3-2 Barcelona in extra time.
To Barcelona.
3-2 Barcelona. Okay. Avishkar.
And a Frankie de Jong winner.
Well, I would have said 2-0, but I'll go with 3-1. I'll go with 3-1 United. I, I I feel that we have a very good feeling of scoring an early goal. And once we get that early goal, we have a very good chance of making that lead 2 in the very first half. And then maybe, depending on how Barcelona respond, maybe it can be 3-1. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yes, Pratyush.
I'm divided. I think we can go for 2-0. I think we can take a it's Old Trafford. It's going to be very very loud tomorrow. Old
It would be a
Trafford. It's
very tough. It would be a very long night for
very
Barcelona.
long night for Barcelona. I think because it's a rivalry thing. Barcelona coming here, it's a rivalry. Barcelona are
Yeah,
one of the biggest clubs in the world, and if you are going to play against one of the biggest clubs, you have to have that extra extra push, and I think Old Trafford is going to bring it. Eric Ten Hag का जो अभी comment आया था, just after Leicester game is over, I told him to be here on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's going to be very very hot at Old Trafford
And
tomorrow.
considering the two losses, the Champions League final losses we have had in the past,
So
that
I think
would
that is going to
So
be
a
the
very very
decisive factor.
interesting press conference as well today,
Yeah,
where he
very.
was
Yeah.
he has been given a lot of, he was like, I know I've been getting a lot of credit, but it's not about credit, it's about trophies.
Yeah.
So all things, are pointing to a long Manchester United season where we would play a lot of matches. We are already highest in terms of matches played across the top five leagues in Europe. Long may it continue. So Pratyush, 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
Okay,
I
Paritosh.
think Old Trafford will be the biggest decisive factor for 2-0.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a KG match. It is going to be very tough. 2-1. And just because Jai said that Frankie is going to score a winner, I'm going to say Casemiro is going to score the winner. And
You
going to do the
also said
knee
Varane.
slide celebration.
No.
No,
So
no,
you know
I
what
want
would be
Casemiro
better?
because
Frankie De Jong own goal.
they hate Casemiro more.
Frankie de Jong.
I loved that Casemiro reaction when Gavi just
Yeah, that
maybe
smirk.
got into a ball.
Yeah.
That
I think
was
that is why I want Casemiro to score because Barca fans hate him.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would also hate him
Yep.
if he was in my biggest
He's a
rival
baller.
team. So
He's
I
a
mean, he's
baller.
that kind of player. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I will say 2-1. I am not confident that we will be able to keep a clean sheet, but confident enough that Rashford will score one, and then I'm hoping for a Casemiro wonder goal again.
So I was
Just hoping
thinking
that it's
more on
not
the lines
extra time.
of 3-1.
परितोष भाई आई
Yeah.
थिंक हमारा ये क्लीन शीट रखने का एक बहुत बड़ा रीजन ये है कि पेड्री एंड गावी बोथ आर नॉट देयर.
True.
So, Amit bhai, what's your prediction in this?
So for me, I was gonna go with the Vishkar scoreline, but since he has taken it already, and given that Licha is back and Casemiro is back, I'm gonna go for a very difficult Manchester United night with a 3-0 victory.
Oh.
Just one point, Pratyush. I do not trust De Gea to not make a mistake because he has been doing it for a long time in one of the big games, and I want him to make a mistake tomorrow so that there's none in the final because I don't want it there. So I'm just hoping that if he does make a mistake, it's tomorrow and it's 2-1 and not 2-0, but not in the final. I can't take it in the final.
I agree. I think if there is one match that we can afford to lose, it is tomorrow's match because Barca is a
Exactly.
big team.
Yeah.
Even if you lose to Barca, there is no shame in that. They are that big of a club, so I think it's fine.
Exactly. And
I'll
plus
quickly go through the comments.
Europa matches. We don't want
Yep.
extra matches. So, anyways.
but it would have been
Why
ideal
Farhan
to
was
have
not
this as a final, Barca versus Manchester.
Yeah, semi-final or a
Yeah.
final. I mean, both were amazing, but round of 32 is horrible for both teams.
Tilak, I think Martial's time at United is done. For
He
more
is
than
27
2
years
seasons now.
old. 27 years old.
I think in this summer window, a lot of deadlifts would be.
If there is a buyer, he will be sold. If there is a buyer, who
If
is
there is
going to pay Martial
if there
15
is no
million bucks a
buyer,
year? I have
if
no
there is
idea.
if there is no buyer, still he will be sold.
I hope so.
Me, everything is panning out towards a Martial winner in a cup final, and you will have to come on this podcast and say, "I am sorry. I should have not said that."
Still say no. He should score a winner. We deserve it after bearing so much money for him, so much eye-paining matches through him where he's not running at all, not doing anything. He should score at least 2-3 winners for us before he goes. I'll still say that he should go, irrespective. We as United fans, we deserve the pain that he has given us. We deserve a bit of joy. Watch along होगा?
Hey,
Not sure. Not sure. Watch along का बताएंगे? Not sure. I want to quickly talk about just 5-7 minutes about the takeover. What are your thoughts? Because परितोष भाई ने morals mention किया, कतारीज के against काफी allegations है, alleged allegations है कि ये sports washing, human rights.
That's true.
So
Allegation नहीं है, sport washing है. But my point over here is there are no good billionaires. If you are good, you are not a billionaire. That is how the capitalist market works. So whether it is the Qataris or whether it is Ineos and
I don't want
Ratcliffe,
Ineos.
I have no idea.
I don't want Ineos.
I am on the line, to be honest. No idea. Ineos
No,
does
I
has,
have
has
reasons.
issues.
I have reasons to not have Ineos. Ineos, Radcliffe owns Nice. They are not doing good.
yep.
Ineos owns a club in Switzerland, and they have been relegated twice in 5 years.
Yeah, that I've
So
heard. That and about Nice as well. They have been one in
correct,
France as well, right? Nice and
correct.
that
So
those fans are also
I
very
don't want them because we are just getting out of Glazers. Why go for another Glazer?
And the debt,
The
वापस
debt.
debt पे buy कर रहे हैं वो लोग.
खुद पे रहे पर हाँ
67% stake वो भी वापस debt पे buy कर रहे हैं. वो
Paritosh
वो
bhai,
बोल रहे हैं कि हम यूनाइटेड के अकाउंट्स पे नहीं, हमारे कंपनी के अकाउंट्स में डालेंगे, बस
no,
still a debt.
that's not the point ना. वो बोल रहे हैं कि हम यूनाइटेड को खरीदने के लिए डेट ले रहे हैं. उनका ये नहीं बोलना है कि जो डेट ऑलरेडी यूनाइटेड के पास है उसका क्या करेंगे.
वो तो रहेगा.
वो तो
अगर वो
रहेगा.
क्लियर नहीं किया है तो वो रहेगा. जो
Exactly.
नया डाल रहे हैं वो द परचेज के लिए वो भी और डेट उठा के कर रहे हैं. दैट इज 67%, नॉट इवन 100%. सो जो 4 मिलियन है, 4.5 मिलियन का वैल्यूएशन बता रहे हैं, दैट विल बी प्रोरेटा की 67% ऑफ इट विल बी पेड. एक्स्ट्रा 1 बिलियन भी देना नहीं चाहते फॉर गेटिंग द 100% स्टेक. So that shows that there is not enough money, or they think the valuation is not good enough.
I think the valuation is not good enough. That is for sure. Glazers are asking a lot, and they have to do that because I mean, मैं अगर 300 मिलियन में खरीदूं एक चीज और फिर मेरे को 5 मिलियन मिल रहे हो मार्केट में, तो मैं क्यों नहीं बेचूंगा? मैं 5.5 मांगूंगा क्योंकि सब बेचना ही है मुझे, राइट? So they are going to ask for a crazy valuation. कतार है या इनियोस है, ऑब्वियसली इनियोस का जैसे प्रत्युष ने बोला दैट इज इन द मीडिया राइट नाउ, दैट इज हाउ what they are thinking of doing. That is not ideal for the club. Qatar obviously has a lot of money and they can clear all debts. They can even put more money into the club where we need it, like a stadium, like facilities. The women's team needs better ground. All of that is required. So obviously there's a huge amount of money that needs to be for United to move on to the next level. But at the end of the day, ideal scenario तो वही है कि football clubs should be owned by fans and not by billionaires with deep pockets. That should be the ideal one. I mean, even if you look at Barcelona, they are owned by fans at the end of the day. So even with Bayern, all of that.
Premier League structure bottom.
Yeah, exactly. This is an ideal world that I'm talking about. It is not possible, I know, and it will never be possible. It's an ideal world that you would wish that United is owned by the people who actually love it, which is the fans, who make United what they are. So let's see what happens. I am a little bit skeptical, given that the Glazers have.
I have one question for all the United fans here. Does getting Qatar in, would it taint the legacy of Manchester United?
That's a very good question. It's a very good question. But see,
one more point I want to make before you answer this. If we don't get that investment or we don't get that owners, somebody else in the Premier League will, be it a Liverpool or a Chelsea, not Chelsea, be it a Liverpool or any other club. Arsenal, could be Tottenham, and they will get those points.
I think, see, for me, what it is now, it is all created by media. The same media went to Qatar to follow the World Cup, to broadcast the World Cup. They did not boycott Qatar when the World Cup was. Yes, they wrote articles and they did this and did that. All that is bullshit. When the World Cup was happening, the journalists were there on the ground. They did not boycott. The countries did not boycott. They sent their players out there to play. So when you are part of that, how can you criticize something that you are part of now? You are part of that World Cup now, so you cannot criticize what happened in that World Cup. We all know human rights was violated over there. We all agree to that, but you are now part of that because you played in those stadiums. You won the World Cup in those stadiums, so you are part of it. Secondary, when it comes to, like Paritosh Pai said, there is no billionaire who has not done any wrong deeds. So if
Not
you look
possible.
at how, not possible. So if you look at how football has grown, especially in English Premier League, if we are talking about, क्योंकि अभी भी I think बुंदेसलीगा में और ला लीगा में फैन ओनरशिप का महत्व ज्यादा है कंपेयर टू इन प्रीमियर लीग तो पूरा ओनरशिप पे चल रहा है. I think initially it was millionaires, then multi-millionaires, then it was billionaires. Now it is going to multi-billionaires. That's how football has evolved on the ownership ground. आपके पास पैसा होना चाहिए. If you look at City, they can still put up two teams out who can easily compete for top four. Klopp and Liverpool were one of the best teams in Europe at that point of time. They still won just one Premier League. That has got nothing to do with their incapability. That has got the everything to do with the kind of bench that City had, the kind of firepower that City had. Similarly, you look at right now, Arsenal is going toe to toe with City, but still everybody is backing City. It is not because Arsenal are not good. It is because what City has on the bench. As far as United and legacy is there, I don't see what what the owners have to do at City or what they had to do at PSG. They will need to do at United. United का अपना income source बहुत strong है. You don't need to infuse that amount of money to make United relevant in the transfer market. You don't need to be financial doping to do at Manchester United to make United, uh, you know, visible in the market, transfer market, or getting the footballing decisions right. I think what we need, ideally, what we need is an owner who is not going to suck money out of the club, who is going to put the right people at the right positions in the club hierarchy, who are going to take the right decisions for the club. That's all we need to run this club perfectly well. That's all we need. But right now, if you
Basically,
look
we
at the
need. Yeah,
Bolo
what
Paritosh
I
Bhai.
was yeah I was just going to add what we basically need is someone to get the club out of this crazy debt, and like Pratush Bhai said, not leech over the club. I mean, they can make money. At the end of the day, they are also in for the money. But we earn enough that if someone comes in, buys our club, tells us that for 5 years I'm not going to take a single penny, you can do whatever you want. I'll get you a new stadium, and for 5 years, whatever you earn, you put it back in the team. If someone gives that, then from the sixth year they can take money out as well, because from that the amount of money that we generate, um, in 5 years we'll have a team that will be top five in the whole world, and we can buy any player just from our revenues. So that's what we need. We need someone to just not be what Glazers are, basically leeches, not take money out. They just need to make sure that the money, whatever we generate, stays in, and that's all United needs to sustain, because it is a huge club and it is one of the most profitable clubs in the world.
Avishkar?
I also feel the same. I mean, it's nothing that the ownership will change the image for our club. I mean, the club is known worldwide how it was built and what image it holds in the world football. So, as Paritosh and Pratyush already told, that we need some owners that actually support the club, just like Abramovich was for Chelsea. He actually supported the club. He built from the scratch. That's the type of owner we are looking for, who actually supports the manager, supports the structure of the club, and that itself will show the results in near future. I think maybe in the next 1 or 2 3 years we'll be back a full force, just like Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. are right now, or just we were few years ago. I think we will get that image back. We will get that physicality. We'll get that mentality to be the champion on big nights. That's what we were missing for the last couple of years.
Yep. On that note, I just want to say fuck off, Glazers. 18 years, enough. Get the fuck out of my club. You have ruined it. खाली कर दिया है. मतलब the highest revenue generating club. आज we don't have money. We are borrowing working capital. ऐसी हालत पे ला दिया है. Yep. Anyway,
Jay,
it was again an amazing show.
Jay, your take on this United?
My take on this would be: Are you guys, Super League in or out?
Out.
Out.
Considering the, you guys are out of Super League.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Being a Barcelona fan, I need to promote it.
The thing is, Jay, like we said, we don't require the money.
Yeah.
I get where Madrid and Barca are coming from,
Yeah.
but EPL itself is a crazy big institution, and so with the media and TV rights that we get, I don't think any club from the EPL will think of it, because there are benefits to joining the Super League, but it's not a huge difference as you guys have. Like for you, it's like 20% of what right now you're earning, you'll get like 200 times that. That is not for us. We only get like 5 times, which is something that no club owner will go against their fans for, and especially given that every fan club in the English Premier League was against it. So I don't think it's going to be possible for us to join the Super League. And I'm pretty sure Old Trafford will not host any match if United decide to go to the Super League, because there will be pitch invasions every game.
I think no Premier League club can actually join Super League.
Yeah.
After that fiasco of Super League, they were made to sign an agreement. So I don't think they can join. Even if they want, they can't join.
I was not.
I mean, it was a lovely story which just lasted for two nights, one night.
2 nights, 2 nights.
In life,
I
what
think
life has
people
taught
like-
me is never say never.
I think if you like it or you
I'm
don't
not
like
in
it,
Super League, but never say never.
Super League will happen. Not now, maybe 10 years down the line, 12 years down the line, 15 years down the line, it will happen. Because it's all about money at the end of the day. I think the majority of the money that is generated in football are generated by a few clubs. Clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Liverpool, we generate the most amount of money in the footballing world. So if that is the case, they want the bigger share, and it is right to want the bigger share of it. So I think you
Ideally,
like it or not, it is going to happen.
yeah, it might happen. It will happen. Maybe, I don't know. But I personally don't want it to, simply because nights like tomorrow are nights that we look forward to, which we don't get every year.
Yep.
We wait for them for 4 or 5 years, and then there's that night in Barcelona where we go to the Camp Nou, where they come to Manchester. So that is when the players, they talk about that walking into Camp Nou was, the Calderon was crazy. The night, the bright lights of Old Trafford in the night, things like that only happens if it happens not regularly. If it happens on like 3, 4, 5, 6 years, once every 6 years. So that's magic of it. And if it happens every week in, week out, then it won't have the same pull. I mean, if I know we are going to play Barcelona regardless 4 times or 2 times a year, it won't have the same pull. It won't. The Camp Nou and Old Trafford won't matter that much as they did when we were talking about it.
Maybe.
I think what ESL will no Super League is going, what it is going to miss is the local rivalry like what United has with
But that is not unlimited. No, that is an addition like UCL.
no, Super League. What they are trying to do is they are going to make a league out of everything. You have to get out of that this league and you have to join it. It is
I
something like
think
that. I think.
Yeah.
that should that should completely
No, I think
remove
they put.
the Champions League funda. If
Yeah,
ELS
no,
comes
they
into
actually
picture.
put in with a new funda, right? They I think Super League announced something recently where they are going to have like a Champions League style gaming,
Yeah,
No,
knockout
60
games,
to
and
80 clubs something. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
there were 48 teams, like 2 divisions were created in that. That is what they came out
Yeah,
with
but they
this
now
time.
they're looking to do Champions League style now. That is what I last heard. That they are
Okay,
going to let the
okay.
leagues happen, but the Champions League style, a more fancier league. That's not going to happen simply because UEFA has crazy control over the FA of each league, and especially the English FA. And I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. And especially if we are bought by the Qataris, simply because Qatar was the only owner, the owners of PSG. Nasir Al Kharafi was the only person who stood with UEFA when this happened. When all the top clubs went away, PSG did not, and PSG is owned by Qatar. So if United also get owned by Qatar in the future, um, that's two big clubs, and one of the top three clubs that's not going to join. So it's going to be very hard for ESL to exist. That's what I think.
So I think Mudit is saying, and this is why I have an issue with people having issues with Qataris or Red Cliff saying no one is pure in modern day football. Not clubs, not owners, not UEFA, not FIFA can't escape it. So I believe that the issue with Radcliffe is that the financial clout is not there. He can't build a stadium with the proposal that is coming to mind. We don't know the final details of it, of course, but from the high level or the outside, it looks like that he cannot afford what a Manchester United needs today. It could be an investment up to 2 billion in terms of investment in stadium, in terms of
Apart from the
facilities and everything.
yeah.
Yep, yep. And there is, I think, at least a half a billion required in the squad as well in upcoming 2 3 years. It's not a small amount that we're talking about, and he is trying to get Manchester United at a price of 4.5 billion, which 67% comes to roughly 3 billion. That too on debt. So where will this additional 2 to 3 billion for the club will come in from? And not to forget about over half a billion debt that we already have.
I think
I
plus the 300 million that we have taken on credit loan to buy
I
Anthony
don't I
Casemiro.
don't see Radcliffe standing in front of Qataris. If they
Yeah,
want to sell, if Blazers want to sell, I don't see Radcliffe can stand in front of Qataris. Qataris can just say, okay, not 5 billion, 5.5 billion. Where are you going there?
I think money would not be a problem for the Qataris
Qatar,
to.
yeah. If
It won't.
United is getting sold, if United it is getting sold, it is going to be Qatar. I don't
Yeah,
see anybody until unless Saudi gets in
and if
into
that
the picture.
happens, then
Saudi, there are news that Saudis are not getting in.
Oh, fine, good.
and if that
They
happens, then we have a
they
new
haven't
name
made a
for
bid.
our rivalry with City, Al Clasico.
It's still majority shares, Mudit. He's only going for Class B shares.
Yeah,
He's not
57%.
asking for hundreds. Yep.
I think the biggest thing for this is I think the best thing that can happen out of all this is that we can make sure that Qataris do not go and own another club in Premier League. Like the best thing, apart from what Eric Ten Hag is
That
doing,
can't
at
happen.
I think they've already
no,
done with Newcastle, I believe, right?
it's not
That's
Qatar.
Saudi.
That's
Saudi.
Saudi.
Okay.
It's
Saudi.
Saudi PIF. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the best thing that happened, apart from Eric Ten Hag being our manager, was that we stopped Eric Ten Hag from following Pep
Becoming
at City.
Spurs or City. Yeah. Spurs rejected him. Sorry. Yeah. Levy said
Yeah,
that he
but
did not have the charisma to be a
uh,
Spurs manager.
who cares? The charismatic man is not doing anything right now.
I really feel
Yeah.
bad for Pochettino. He was dreaming of becoming a United manager, then had a very bad phase at PSG. Now he's nowhere in the picture.
Ooh,
I'm hearing that
ooh.
Pochettino will be
Your
bashed as a
favorite,
manager. Tottenham.
Pochettino.
Bottle Chino. Bottle
Your
Chino.
favorite.
I think Pochettino would
I
have
think he'll
been
be back
very
at
good.
Spurs.
I think Pochettino
Yeah,
would have
I
been a
think he will be back at Spurs.
better
Yes.
manager for Newcastle right now. Newcastle has a
I
very
think
good
Eddie Howe
manager,
is doing amazing.
amazing
I'm
job, but
absolutely
I
loving
think
the work that he has done.
they will still not finish in top four. They will still
Tough
not
one.
finish in top four.
Tough one.
I don't see them finishing because the number of games they have drawn, more than 11 games out of 22, 23 games. If you are drawing, you are not going to finish in the top four.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Modit just said that. And to be honest, I also wanted Pochettino because I had
I
no
never
idea
wanted
who.
Poch. I never
As I
wanted Poch.
said, I said it in the
I
podcast as well. Like I had no idea who Eric Ten Hag was, so I would rather go for someone who I know and who I've seen. But then now, when you look at how he has done it, I think it's the right choice. Yeah.
I think my main reason for not having Poch was twofold. One, at PSG he showed he cannot handle you know big
Superstar player.
personalities, big
Yeah.
personalities. Like Cristiano Ronaldo would have just rolled him at United under
I
that
think
pressure.
Cristiano would have played every game under Pochettino.
Every game under Pochettino, he would have just rolled him on that pressure.
Correct.
I think Eric Ten Hag did brilliant over there. The
Hmm.
second thing is Eric Ten Hag's presence is much more disciplinarian than Pochettino's. Pochettino is a fun-loving, good kind of a vibe-giving, manager. Eric Ten Hag
What
gives you
Pratyush
good
is
vibes.
trying to say that he hates Ole and people like Ole.
No, no, no. It has got
And he
nothing to
thinks
do
that
with Ole.
Pochettino is Ole
It has
2.0.
got nothing to do with Ole. It has got nothing to do with Ole. But even though I will still say I was right about Ole from day one.
Ole in his last interview said that with Molde when he left the next year they won the league. Ole left last year. We might win the league this year then.
Yeah, yeah.
One favor he could have done to United was signing from Molde. I forgot the
Haaland.
name.
Erling Haaland.
Haaland.
Yes, that was a very very
He
good deal.
I
tried.
think I
He
think I think
tried.
that was not
He went
possible.
to Dortmund. He
That was
tried and
not
he went to
possible.
Dortmund
That was not possible.
because his agent wanted a release clause.
Not agent, his father. That is the biggest issue with United.
That was another issue.
And
His father.
the history. I'm fine with him. I don't care about Haaland. Haaland can score 50 goals and still if City finishes 22nd, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So it's all about winning trophies.
Talking about Eric Ten Hag, just wanted
Modit
to add
now
to
trying
that.
to fight. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So talking about Eric Ten Hag, just wanted to add to that. I think he's more of a Mourinho kind of a manager. He wants to have his authority. He's like, I am the boss of the team. The players, the ones that I want, would be signed for the club. I don't want any Ronaldo thinks. I mean, they can't be two kings in the same team. So that's the type of the manager that he.
I don't think it was a Mourinho style management. I think
Every top manager does that.
I looked at a lot of interviews of Eric Ten Hag on Cristiano Ronaldo, and never once I felt like I think he was in favor of Ronaldo. He made him captain as well in his last game before he went and did that interview. So there were steps from Eric Ten Hag to inculcate Ronaldo into the squad, but it was not working out. It was not working out. You are not favorite in Eric Ten Hag, and I don't think he is like Mourinho. Uh, Mourinho is someone a winner, of course. That sense, okay, understood. But then Mourinho was not
Siege
flexible when it
mentality.
came to
Yeah.
changing tactics in games as well. I
I think
have set out this
tactically,
plan.
Every
We'll
every
follow this
top
plan.
every top manager does what Eric Ten Hag did. Pep Guardiola with Aguero, Sir Alex Ferguson did in his own time
lot
with
of people.
Roy Keane. Roy
Very,
Keane was a prime
yeah,
example.
yeah.
He did it with
Van
others also.
Nistelrooy. Prime Van
Nistelrooy
Nistelrooy. He let Prime
prime
Van
will
Nistelrooy go.
go. So every top manager does that. It's not nothing new. It's nothing new to be surprised about.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think it's important also.
I
You
think
have to
what
have an
Avik meant
authority.
was, yeah, true. I think what Avik meant was Eric Ten Hag is a disciplinarian like Mourinho who believes that he's the boss and that he needs to make the right decisions. Tactics wise, I think they are completely different. Obviously,
Yeah.
they both have their own way of thinking. Obviously, but Eric Ten Hag is someone who I also feel is a lot like Mourinho in the sense that he wants to make sure that it's
Discipline.
his word, it's his word that's the final word. And I think
Yeah.
that is
Yep.
what Pratyush Bhai also said is with every top manager. You can't be a top manager if you are not the biggest person in that room. I think Ferguson in his book Leading also said that you need to be if you are the manager, you need to be the biggest person in the room. You need to everybody should respect
Yep.
you, and that's the point. Ronaldo did not do that, and that's the only reason he went. It was not that he sulked. It was not that he walked away. That happened. That is also wrong. But he still wanted back in the team. He put him back in the team. It's just that
Yeah.
you can't do that all along. Go on interview and tell them that you don't respect the manager, and then expect him to even think about getting you back.
Correct.
But it's another story. Look, Ronaldo was going to cause an issue, and a lot of people back then said that Erik Ten Hag was making a mistake. But we have the numbers in front of us. Since the World Cup, we have been unreal, basically.
Yep.
One loss, and
Yep.
I think it's important to
in all
not
four
make this about
competitions. So I
Ronaldo.
think Erik Ten Hag was right.
I think
Yeah.
it's important to not make this about Ronaldo. It's about United. It's all about United. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Jay,
And
your take on Xavi.
On
that's the
note,
thing.
Jay,
So Erik Ten Hag made sure that he just made sure that it's the team that was forefront of all of it, and we can see the results. So more power to him. Hopefully, this continues.
Jay, about Xavi. Xavi, what has he brought? Because when Xavi came in, I think Barcelona was struggling big time, and he
Yeah.
has changed a lot at Barcelona.
Yeah, we were like 8th or 9th at La Liga at
Correct.
that season. And we finished 2 points behind Real Madrid. Unreal. And this season we are leading 8 points above Real Madrid. The Real Madrid, which we saw last night. So it's
Even
exceptional.
with Carlo Ancelotti's eyebrows. So
Yeah,
that's
eyebrows.
amazing.
Yeah.
When
And winning a final.
Vinicius Junior is amazing, man. 18
Yeah.
goals, 8 assists till now. I mean, just amazing. He's next level striker right now.
Yep. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting game tomorrow night. If you miss that game, I think you will miss one of the classics of Europa League or of any football match. It's going to be amazing. I know it's late in India. It's 1:30 a.m. But stay up, do watch the match, and let's go Manchester United, GGMU, Barcelona.
Forza
You are
Barca.
not winning this. You are not winning this.
Yeah, we're
Long
going to.
time pending.
All
Some
all
scores to settle.
I want is at least one first half, a very competitive half. First half should be very competitive from both the teams. That's all I want from this fixture. Next is 3-1 United.
Well, if you are going for that fantasy point of view, then first 10 to 15 minutes Rashford hat trick. Who knows? It's about fantasies, then anything
Okay.
can happen.
One fantasies, right? One wild thing that would happen in the match. Pratyush has said Rashford hat trick. Jay,
Frankie de Jong on goal if you are winning.
okay. Avishkar,
A sitter missed by De Gea.
That's nothing
That was
fantasy.
mine. That was mine.
Paritosh.
I'm gonna go with a red card. I just feel tomorrow night is a red card.
Oh, so when you say red card, although Casemiro has got only one direct red card in his career, I think of Casemiro.
Licha
No,
with the
I
red.
think
No. Erik Ten Hag would be in his ears tomorrow. Do anything you want, Casemiro. Don't get a red card tonight.
He
I think
won't
it's
be getting
either
a
gonna
red card.
be Sergio Roberto or Fred. One of them. One of those crazy guys that run around all around the pitch and try to make themselves felt in the game. They're getting a red in a counter, in a fast break or something like that.
Okay. It's not very well, but I'll go with a Wout Weghorst goal.
I think Wout will score when we will most need him. सबसे ज्यादा
final
मैचेस स्टार्ट को जरूरत
versus
पड़ेगा ना.
Newcastle.
Any day. It can be final of Newcastle. It can be if we are in title race like something what happened at Aguero did it. If we are there at that point of time, he will score one of the
I
most
think I
crucial
think
games for United.
God
I am feeling so.
has this hunger. He has this hunger that I need a goal. I need a goal, and his goal at Camp Nou was ruled out. So I think it's time for him to score
I,
one.
it's gonna be a winner. It's gonna be a goal at Wembley, overpowering Sven Botman in the far corner through a header. It's written in the stars
Could
for him.
happen.
He's not scored. He has missed scissors, and he's gonna score in a that's to just make sure that his
He
folklore in United becomes solid. People already
Yeah,
love him. Then
the
they're gonna sing about him.
only goal he has scored so far was in semi-final in the same cup.
Exactly. So for a cup final, Wembley.
Yep, yep. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for the watching us after a long time. We absolutely loved it. 1.5 hour, almost 100 minutes. It flew by, just like United's match when we beat Barcelona, it will go same as well. Hoping for a good night in terms of United fans. Sorry, Jay, I think you might have a tough night tomorrow. We'll,
We live
we'll
in the
see you
we
soon
live,
again.
we live in the world of fantasies, so it's okay.
But all the very best for the La Liga to you, Barca.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep,
I
yep.
think
I think
I
it's
think
nailed on. Unless a major bottle up, La Liga is Barcelona's to
Yeah.
lose. Okay. Good night, guys. Have a beautiful night. See you again soon.
See you
nice
guys.
to meet you guys. Hope to see you again.
GGMU.
GGMU.